Chapter number 1, Chemical Tools, Experimentation and Measurements. This is our second lecture. So in this lecture we are going to study rounding numbers, how we round off number during multiplication or division or addition or subtraction. So first of all we have to look at the multiplication or division, how we have to calculate the significant figure in the answer. The answer can't have more significant figures than any of the original number. For example, in this case we have two numbers, 278 mile and 11.70 gal. First of all, we have to calculate the significant figure in each of the original number. 278 have 3 significant figure and 11.70 have 4 significant figure. So in this case we have to look at the least significant figure, and our answer must be in the least significant figure. So least significant figure in this case is 3 significant figure, so our answer must be in up to 3 significant figure, 23.8. Here we round off this 7 to 8. We round up this 7 to 8 by adding plus 1 to the 7, so we get 23.8, and our answer is up to 3 significant figure. But what happens when our answer is up to 4 significant figure? So this answer can't have more significant figure than any of the original number, because 3 significant figure is less than the answer. So answer can't have more significant figure than any of the original number. That's why we have to choose the least significant figure than any of the original number, and our answer must be in the that significant figure. So we already know how to calculate the significant figure during multiplication or division. Now we have to look at the how we can calculate the significant figure during addition or subtraction. So in addition and subtraction, our answer can't have more digits to the right of the decimal point than any of the original number. In this case we have to look at the decimal places, and we have to look at basically the least decimal places than among any of the original number. And in this case 3.18 have 2 decimal places, and 0.01315 have 5 decimal places. So in this case least decimal places is 2, and our answer must be in the least decimal places, which is 2, and our answer is 3.19. Simply this 9 is we round down by dropping the other number. So if we know the significant figure accurately and appropriately, the significant figure of the answer, so there is a problem how we round off the number. So rounding off the number is very important, and these are the rules for rounding of the number. So rule number 1 is, firstly, if the first digit you remove is less than 5, round down by dropping it and all following number. For example, in this case the first digit that we are removing is 4. So and 4 is less than 5, so simply we drop down it and write as 5.66. So rule number 2 is, if the first digit you remove is 6 or greater, round up by adding 1 to the digit on the left. For example, we are removing the first digit 6, and 6 is greater than 5, and that's why we round up by adding plus 1 into the digit left to the first digit we are removing, so it becomes 5.7. Then thirdly, if the first digit you remove is 5 and there are more non-zero digits following round up. For example, in this case there is 5 and the first digit we are going to remove, and there are known zero digit following up the 5 are 225. So we round up um, by adding plus 1 to the digit that we are removing to the left, to the left digit, to the digit that we are removing, so it becomes 5.665. Then lastly, if the digit you remove is a 5 with nothing falling down, for example, the first digit that we are going to remove is 5, and there are known zero digits or nothing falling, we have simply to drop it and round down that number. We write as 5.66452. So here are some example. For example, it takes 9.25 hours to fly from London, England to Chicago, distance 3952 miles. What is the average speed of the airplane in miles per hour? So we are provided with hours and mile. Speed is something, distance over time. So distance is in mile. We have to put that distance in the numerator and the time in the denominator, and then we have to divide, and our answer must be in three significant figure, because we already know that in multiplication or division we have to look at the least significant figure among the each original number. So there are three significant figure in 9.25 and four significant figure in distance. So we have to consider the least significant figure. So our answer must be in 427 mile per hour, and we have to round off up to three significant figure. Okay, these are simple basic calculation. You can do it by own. Then moving on to the dimensional analysis, it is a method that uses a conversion factor to convert a quantity expressed in one unit to an equivalent quantity in a different unit. Conversion factor basically expresses the relationship between two different units. For example, original quantity, when we multiply it with its conversion factor, we get the equivalent quantity, or the quantity that we want. For example, this is a simple relationship. 1 meter is equal to 39.37 inch. When we apply the conversion factor, for example, if we want to convert something into the meter, we have to put the conversion factor meter in the numerator. But what happens when we have to convert the something in the inches? How we apply this conversion factor? So in this case, we have to put the value in the inches in the numerator and meter in the denominator. So this is how we convert into inches, meter into inches, and convert inches into meter. For example, we have provided with 69.5 inches. This is the starting quantity, and we have to convert into the desired quantity or equivalent quantity that we want. So we have to convert these inches into meter. So we put the conversion factor as such. The meter is in the numerator and inches in the denominator. 1 meter over 39.37 inches. So this inches and this inches cancel out, and we divide these both terms and get 1.77 meter. This is the new unit of the quantity. So there are some other examples. For example, this is the sport car in the world with a top speed 267 miles per hour. So we are provided with the speed, and we have to convert the speed in kilometer per hour or meter per second. So first of all we have to convert it in the kilometer per hour. So we put down 267 mile per hour here, and we have to convert into kilometer per hour. So we apply the conversion factor at 1 mile is equals to 1.609 kilometer, and we put the mile below in the denominator and kilometer in the numerator, and this mile cancels, and when these both terms are multiplied, and we get 429.603 kilometer per hour. And again we have to look at this significant figure for calculating the answer in the appropriate significant figure. So in multiplication or division we have to look at the least significant figure, and there are three significant figure, that is the least significant figure. Our answer must be in three significant figure. This 9 round off to the round off, and we get 30. And in a B part we have to convert that speed into meter per second. So we know that of 267 mile per hour is equals to 430 kilometer per hour. We can use this as well. 430 kilometer per hour. We know that 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meter. We apply this conversion factor, and 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes, and 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. So again we have to convert into meter per second. So meter must be in the numerator and kilometer in the denominator, and again we have to cancel the minute. So the hour and hour as well. So hour must be in the numerator, and the minutes must be in the denominator. So we know that meter per second, in this case the second must be in the denominator. So we have to place in the denominator to get the second in the denominator. So this minute cancel, hour cancel, and kilometer cancel, and we get the unit meter per second. And again for calculating the significant figure in the answer, we have to look at the significant figure in the original number, and we have to look at the least significant figures basically. So the least significant figure are 3, and our answer must be 119 meter per second. Then again there is some difficulty when we have to convert the something that is in cube or squared. How we take unit conversion with square or cube units. For example, there is estimated 4.3 cubic miles of debris into the atmosphere and affected global weather for years. How many cubic meters of debris were released? We are provided with cubic miles, and we are asked to convert into the cubic meter. So how we can do that? For example, we are given with the conversion factor 1 kilometer is equals to 0.6214 mile, and we are provided with the quantity in mile cube, and that is 4.3 mile cube. So we simply write down this and apply this conversion factor to convert into kilometer cube, and then we convert this kilometer cube into the meter cube. So the as we know that mile cube is in the cubic units, so we have to take the cube of this whole unit conversion factor. So this conversion factor is cubed, and this mile in the denominator become mile cube, and kilometer become kilometer cube, and this mile cube cancels, and when we divide these both terms we get 17.92 kilometer cube. Then we have to apply another conversion factor. 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meter, because we have to convert the unit into the meter cube. So this is our single unit, and for getting the unit in cubed, we have to take the cube of this conversion factor as well. So when we take the cube of this conversion factor, this kilometer becomes kilometer cube, and this kilometer cube cancels with this kilometer cube, and we get here meter cube, and this 1000 multiplies with 17.92, and we get the answer 1.792 multiplied by 10 raised to power 10 meter cube. And again we have to look at the significant figure. We have to round off it up to two significant figure, 1.8 multiplied by 10 raised to power 10 meter cube.